Hey everyone, welcome back to the Colonel channel. I'm your self-proclaimed Commander Lieutenant Colonel Lee Roger Wolfgram. I am also a criminal defense attorney here in downtown Minneapolis, and I make reaction videos. And I make reaction videos to videos where I think there's a point to be made that can be helpful for understanding a legal issue, or sometimes I give Colonel advice, which is not the same as legal advice, and sometimes people do dumbass things and I point those out. In this particular video, I've got Tiger Woods, and I'm going to hand it to Tiger Woods. I don't know. I know he called the president. I don't know who else he called, but he did half the right stuff that gives him the best possibility for a successful defense. Now, with that said, let's just jump into the video that I have from a FOIA request from the department. It's not the full thing, but it's making my point, and my point is this. Field sobriety tests are not scientific, and if you are concerned about a blood test or a urine test, you need to refuse that. And the point where they both go together is don't give them probable cause during the field sobriety test to say that you're drunk to ask you for a test in the first place or you're impaired. That's the point. Let's watch the video. And here we go.
Back and forth.
Your normal faculties are impaired, okay, and you're under that unknown substance, okay, so at this time you are arrested for DUI, yes sir.
He's one of the most famous athletes on the planet. He's been through this before, and he still said, no, March 27, 2026, Jupiter.
Okay, so just to point out, so Tiger has had injuries before, he has had many surgeries before, and so Tiger does take medication for those previous medical requirements, right? So he does take medication. With that said, though, watch this field sobriety testing. This stuff is not scientific. Do you know that 46% of people, by some estimates, when they're sober, fail them? Now, that's not scientific. And so what value are you giving? Only something to put in a probable cause statement to say, we need an actual blood test or we need a urine test. Let's watch.
Island, Florida. A Martin County Sheriff's deputy responds to a single vehicle rollover crash. When he arrives, the driver is standing next to an overturned SUV.
Damn, Tiger.
According to the arrest affidavit, the deputy administers a standard field sobriety test. At the end of that evaluation, he concludes that Wood's normal faculties are impaired.
That's it. See, a standard field sobriety test. Well, you know what's this? They're not standard, right? Each cop does them differently. They're not standard in that they're not scientific. So there's no way to actually score them with any degree of certainty. 46% of the people fail those. And Tiger starts doing these field sobriety tests, which lead to the request for the test. And these things are just made up. Watch.
That he is, quote, unable to safely operate a motor vehicle.
What drones over my house?
The only problem, you don't own the airways.
So it's 10 to 15 drones hovering over my head.
It's like, and at that point, it's like, really, what exactly are you looking for? You know what I mean? Like,
they have GoPros on them.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
they looking to catch you in the pool or what? Like, it's
I
like,
know.
come on.
I know.
First point here, Tiger and anybody else, the more you move around, the more you talk, the more you do things, the more there's an opportunity to see some impairment. And I just saw a little off balance as he came out of that car. And that could be just a balance problem he would have otherwise, but you see it, you see what I'm talking about. I don't know if this is him talking to the president, because I heard he called the president. Well, here we go. Like, these tests are going to tell you with any degree of certainty. Okay, so let's talk about this test because I get many people that say, oh, I passed, I did the eye test, great, no problems. Here's what they're testing for. They're testing for whether there's equal tracking, pupil size, whether you're following the instructions, not moving your head and just your eyes, and then where the onset of a slight tremor in your eye occurs is an indication of impairment. So you may think you did a great job. The cop thinks you did a terrible job. Thus, don't do them.
Which one is your left? Perfect. Which one is your right? Right. Right? Left?
Seems good to
Right?
me.
Right? Left? You can go like this.
Okay, so what she was giving them before is all these instructions about when to start, how to do it, all these things. All of those instructions are, if you don't follow them, an indication of impairment because you didn't follow the instructions. You failed that portion of the test. Now we're going to do some patty cake thing I've never even seen done here in Minnesota. It's confusing as hell, and it doesn't do anything but make it look like you failed the test, and now they want to have another test.
Okay, and you're going to remain in this position until I give you further instructions. You understand?
Yes.
Perfect. When I tell you to begin, you're going to turn your top hand over and count out loud 1. Then turn your hand back over and count out loud 2. Counting only when your hands make contact, like this. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, so one here,
So I'll,
2 here.
yes, sir. Only when your hands make contact. So 1, 2, 1,
That's 1.
2. Yes, sir. Okay.
So we're starting off confused, right? The officer has to demonstrate it. He's asking questions about it. Thus, another indication of the problem with these tests is they're confusing in the first place. So I challenge you, rewind it a little bit and go ahead and do that test and see how you do when you're sober.
You're going to repeat this. Speed up as you go and do not stop until told.
Speed up
Make
as you
sure
go.
Keep your hands and fingers parallel during each pat like this. It's going to be 1, 2.
And I question what's the science of this? Like, what if you don't? Like, how many times can you screw up, and how much does that indicate impairment? No science.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You understand? You have any questions? Alrighty, go ahead and begin.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Deputies asked Tiger Woods to submit a urine test to check for controlled substances or prescription medications. Woods says no.
Now, here's what the problem that brings up for Tiger, right? So many states have statutes that said refusing the test is like failing it in the worst way. That's how it is in Minnesota. So you could take a test, fail it, and if you're under a certain level alcohol-wise, you would get a misdemeanor. If you refuse that same impairment, it's a gross misdemeanor automatically, increasing the penalty from potentially 90 days to a year. So that's the difference.
Alrighty, go ahead and begin.
She's trying to recall the instructions. Patty cake. Don't do them.
8. That's it.
Alright, you're all done?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and stand up for me.
Oh, wait, isn't there a score? Did you score them? What's passing? What's failing? See, it's not. All it is fodder to put in the statement of probable cause to articulate the reason why they're requesting a chemical test from you. If you don't do those tests, they're just going to request a chemical test. But you know what? Now there's an argument for there being probable cause for that request or an articulable suspicion of a crime. You're just giving them information when you do these field sobriety tests. Do take the chemical test unless there's a reason, because otherwise, like I said, you're going to get the higher charge.
Should I face my car? Okay, go ahead and place your hands behind your back. Place them behind your back. There you go. So at this time, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired, okay? And you're under the unknown substance, okay? So at this time, you're under arrest for DUI. Yes, sir. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke through for cut?
I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
Please.
Woods is transported to Martin County Jail. A breathalyzer test is administered. Both samples come back 0.000. No alcohol detected. None.
Okay, which resulted in another charge, right? So that's my whole point, is that all that's going to do is by refusing it, you get a refusal charge, but maybe that's better. That's the reason why you call a lawyer. You would be given a chance at some point before the chemical testing to talk to an attorney. That one is a little bit closer call as to whether you're going to take it or not, because you're facing a greater charge for failing to take it, but they don't have the evidence if you don't give them the SFTSs. So with that said, until the next time, Tiger, good luck with this. That's the half right part and the half wrong part. Half wrong, don't take those SFTSs because you saw what they did. Well, we think you're impaired. Turn around, put the cuffs on, then ask you for that chemical test. Until the next time, this is Wolf 6 from the Wolfgram Worldwide headquarters in downtown Minneapolis. Out here.